What does this run mean for Luka?
I mean, that he has continued every year of his career, save one, exceeded expectations. And I think is unfairly maligned maybe by how good he was immediately and the fact that I think the majority of people watching this show that are diehard sports fans watch that entire series thinking Luka's probably a couple years older than SGA. When Luka's younger than SGA.
Yep.
That Luka Doncic has been the underdog in every playoff series he's played in, has been the road team in every series but one, and the one he was the home team, he missed the first 2 home games with an injury, so he's never had home court advantage. Every series he's been in except for round 1 this year was against a top 9 defense. He has played the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, and 9th defense in his career. Despite all of that, his playoff numbers are so bananas that this Western Conference semifinals, when he averaged 25, 11, and 9, it was the worst series of his career. He now has beaten the #1 seed twice already in his career and is, before he hits 26 years old, in his 2nd conference finals as the best player. 2 years he's been in the playoffs with an all-star-ish teammate. Jalen Brunson was on his way. Kyrie is clearly all-star caliber. Both years he ended in the at least got to the conference finals. So this, I think he gets I think because Harden was so bad in the playoffs and they have similar stylistic things that people assumed he wouldn't be great in the playoffs, but he has, and he's never lost a series he was supposed to win. He's never been in a series he was supposed to, like the Vegas favorite. So that's what I think. I think he continues to be great.
Well, look, obviously you guys know how much I love Luka.
Yep.
I picked him. He was my MVP vote. I was only one of 4 voters
I was going to say,
for Luka. But, Nick, I don't think he's proven anything yet. Because, look, heavy is the head. He doesn't even wear the crown yet. But because he came in the league playing so well, because we've seen him in the playoffs outplay Kawhi and Paul George when they both are elite defenders and give them 30-something points a night, we expect a lot from Luka. All right, so when I say he hasn't really proven anything, I say yet. All right, and Luka, what I want from Luka, for him to really prove something to me this year, like beyond what, I won't even say beyond what I expect because I think he's this caliber of player, but for me to really go like, oh, he took another step, it's going to have to be win the finals.
Win the finals.
Not reach the finals, win the finals. All right, here's why. Number one, this year, he beat the Clippers, who were essentially without their best player, Kawhi Leonard, and they're getting old, obviously. And then he beat the youngest team in the history of the NBA to win a playoff series, and that was the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, so even though Oklahoma City was a lower seed, but still, I think a lot of people thought, and I think most people that I saw picked Dallas to win the series and felt Dallas would and should win the series. You got Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. All right, so to this point, I don't think he's done like anything beyond what I expected. And the reason I say win the finals, number one, yeah, he's young, but Jason Tatum had been to 4 Eastern Conference Finals already as the best player. When he was 24 years old. So by the time he was Luka's age, he's only a year older, he had already been to 4 conference finals. Devin Booker, when he was 24 years old, led a team to the finals.
I disagree that he led that team.
Oh, he led that team. They had no other scorer averaging more than 16 points a game.
Yeah,
now, Chris Paul was great, but he was whatever. You can argue. It was arguable who's the better player. He had to score. Nobody else gave you 17 points a night on that team. All right, so Luka, and now the reason I say win the finals, if they had lost to Denver, okay, we all get that. We expect it. There's nothing against Luka. But if you lose to Minnesota, where their best player is 3 years younger than you, like Luka's supposed to be the baddest dude of this young bunch. And now here comes Anthony Edwards, and he's going to beat you. And then in the East, Jason Tatum is a year older than Luka, all right? And I mean, I don't give Indiana, I don't think anybody gives them much chance to get to the finals,
Well,
but
sure.
God forbid you lose to them, Tyrese Halliburton. So my point is, it's going to be a young gun that wins this championship. Why can't it be Luka?
No, listen, I
it should be Luka.
When I changed, because I had Denver in the finals, and when they drew the Lakers in round 1, I said I don't think they're going to the finals anymore. Dallas was the team I said that I think is going to win the title. So I think he can. I don't think it is. I think what you're saying there about if you lose to Minnesota, Joker just lost to Minnesota. Nobody is saying Anthony Edwards is better than Joker. We're saying that team overall was better. I think that in the...
I'm not saying it'll be like a slight on Luka if they lose. I'm actually, I think they'll lose. But I think for him to go to that next level,
I think
to
making
another
the
level,
finals,
I think this is what we expect from Luka.
I think making the finals at 25 on a team that did not have championship expectations at any point of the season. At the beginning of the year, middle of the year, going into the playoffs.
But weren't they in that group that we thought could get? I mean, there's a group of 5 or 6 in the West. It was open.
I know that when I said that I thought they could win it, it was considered jarring. People that it was not an in vogue pick. And here's
because everybody thought Denver.
Okay, well that
once you take Denver out,
no, that part's fair. But here's the thing that I think you're minimizing what he's already accomplished. There's 10 guys who, by his age, have been the best guy on a conference finalist or further at least twice. And we can show you that list. And it's 7 legends. And then, I'm not trying to be mean to Gus Williams. Gus Williams kind of an odd one in an odd era. Paul George, a lot of people's GOAT, and who knows where he would have gone if he hadn't broken his leg. And Tatum, who you're mentioning. And then the other guys are all-time legends. And so he's already accomplished more, I think, than people believe.
So if they lose 4-1, you're still going to be here being like, Luka's the man.
I think that if they lose to the team that just beat Denver, will I think that that's an indictment on Luka? No,
I don't think it'll be an indictment. I agree with you.
No, I don't think he'll take the next level if they lose this round.
Okay.
But if they win this round, and Boston, who I know we don't discuss a lot and we seem to all view with skepticism, but Boston up to this point has cruised through every checkpoint of the season and had a historic point differential, had a not historic but semi-historic regular season record. Yep. If Kristaps is back in particular and they lose to that team in the finals, I do think that is the next step in Luka's evolution.
No. Because Jason Tatum's his age, and so is Jaylen Brown.
Right, but you don't think either one of those guys are nearly as good as Luka?
They're not. But so beat them. You got Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
You got one of the best defenses in the league. I'm with you. I'm just saying, like Boston, you losing to Boston, they lose to Minnesota, no issue. They beat Minnesota and lose to Boston. So I'm gonna be like, man, Luka's supposed to take them over the hump against this.
I feel like Boston would definitely be favored in that.
Oh, they might. To me, Luka and Kyrie with that defense should beat Boston. Okay. They're they got 2 stars, Boston, and Dallas has 2 stars.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.